Can you hear me now, guys? Can you tell me if you can hear me now? Something wrong with my mic or something? So, you didn't hear what I was talking about. My first topic. My first topic was about California Governor Gavin Newsom has become anti-Trump comedian. The Guardian say, you know, the Guardian. It's with Democratic newspaper. They say Newsom become comedian, anti-Trump comedian. It's because he made his big interview in Los Angeles, and it was looking funny. That's why we say like this. And this is only beginning of this gerrymandering battle between Republicans and Democrats all over the country. And it's only first two states, with Texas. They pass it with redistricting map very easy because their residents, their population, they agreed. But here in California, Gavin Newsom is trying to pass this process too, and Democrats and now Congress here in California, we also ready to approve this redistricting map. But our population, our residents, they not fully agree with this situation because with Democrats we did redistricting not too long ago. Hi, PV Ranger Danger. Hi. Guys, give me your likes. No one like. Everyone say hi. Nobody wanna put likes. Give me your likes. Let's talk tonight. Tonight is Saturday night here in Los Angeles. It's August 23rd, and rest country, I guess, already August 24th. So we're talking about what's interesting happened in our country this day, and it's late night talks with Toly. So don't forget to like my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you, guys. I see your likes. So we're talking about this epic battle on gerrymandering between Republican and Democratic states in the United States of America, because it's only 1 year and 2 months left before next, midterm congressional election all over the country, and we're fighting for seats in the House, and it's really important. And we use not only like election technologies, we use administrative technologies like gerrymandering to change districts, and this way we can collect more votes, more seats. We hope so. But California is losing seats in the House because, our population is going low and low. A lot of people moving from California to other states because it's kind of expensive here and high taxes, and people want to live in, in more friendly states than California. And we already lost 2 seats in the House, and now Gavin Newsom, our governor, trying to make this redistricting to gain more seats in the House because we're losing them. Sunnyside Mets. Hi, Sunnyside Met. I'm here from Los Angeles. I'm in Los Angeles. And where are you from? Did you give me your like? So the next thing what's happening right now, it's CNN saying Trump DC takeover produces moderate crime drop and high spike in immigration arrests. So yeah, and this is true. And with the circumstances which push the Democratic media to admit that Trump has success in Washington DC. Because have you ever heard from Democrats that Trump did something good? Now CNN saying stuff like this, what Trump is successful, and crime rate is going down. It's dropped. They say they dropped, and high spike in immigration arrests. So they do with rates also, immigration rates in Washington DC, and it's a lot of people arrested, like illegal people or illegal immigrants, undocumented people, different kind of people, and some of them, of course, are criminal, and I think it's a good job, but with rates, I don't like with rates. But this situation is supposed to be changed, and President Trump is trying to change it. We see how it works. And the next thing, what's happening right now, it's, you remember with Kilmar Garcia, he was deported to Ecuador or somewhere, and our congressmen and our senators, we were visiting him at his jail over there, and it was legal battle around him, and he was returned back to United States, and he was illegal, and he was kind of criminal. That's why we deported him to this place, and we were forced by court to return him back into United States, and now he is facing deportation now to Uganda, to Africa. And this is really weird, guys. I have never heard something like this. Or he has to accept, with he is guilty in some. He is supposed to say what he is guilty, or he is gonna be deported. His lawyer was told by ICE. So it's interesting situation. We continue watching what's happening with this Kilmar Garcia, and Kilmar Garcia is only one person from hundreds and hundreds of people like him, and many people were really not criminals, and they were deported somewhere, and a lot of even American citizens was arrested by ICE, and they were sitting at this detention for a couple of days while ICE figure out what were really citizens and were not lying about their origination and stuff like this. Another important thing what's happening right now in the United States, it's Washington. You remember these summits. It's only a week ago, at the end of last week and the beginning of this week. It was two summits. President Trump was meeting with Putin, and after this, next day, he made the summit with European leaders and President Zelensky in the White House, in Oval Office, and it was a huge, big historical event because never in history so many foreign leaders were present in White House how at this time. And now, after this summit, we took, I guess, some little days off. It was quiet on this topic. And yesterday, Trump started talking about this again. He showed his picture with Putin in Alaska. And today, Washington Post says Trump signals pause in his Ukrainian peace efforts. And it looks like it's true because now it looks like President Trump absolutely not sure what he can reach with peace in Ukraine, and what with negotiation we have some sense, and he's pushing his Secretary of State Marco Rubio to organize all these negotiations, and we're working on guarantees for security guarantees to Ukraine, and these working groups are really working. Yesterday it was meeting, but Trump doesn't have this optimism. He's not same optimistic like he was before it started, because Putin, he does not want to meet with Zelensky, and he is looking for reasons to avoid this meeting. His foreign minister Lavrov talking a lot of bad stuff. He is saying some stupid reason to avoid this meeting. And of course, President Trump can see all this stuff, but he is trying to stay nice with Putin and with Zelensky. And of course, President Trump is supposed to support Ukraine and support Ukrainian president, because Putin and Russia is aggressor at this situation. They invaded to Ukraine, to peaceful country, and now they want to stop. And now during this negotiation about security guarantees for Ukraine with different countries, they offer to deploy their troops like peacemakers in Ukraine after ceasefire and after military action will stop. Different countries offer to deploy their troops into Ukraine to help them keep the peace and to separate, these parties, to put their troops between Russians and Ukrainians. And they think it works. So, and it was one interesting thing, China was never trying to take a place in this situation, but today, Chinese Foreign Ministry they stated what they ready to send their troops like peacemaker in Ukraine. But you know, China is a strong ally of Russia, and it looks like Russia is acting because Russia is backed up with China, and China is supply, ammo and weapons to Russia to help them fight in Ukraine, and they send, troops from North Korea for actually military action already. So it looks like um, Ukrainian enemy wants to provide, uh, peacemakers, were troops to Ukraine. It looks like absurd, absolutely absurd what we providing. But I guess it is a Russian policy. We always do stuff like this, because we know it's unacceptable for the West, for the United States, and it's unacceptable for President Trump. He was gonna make these huge tariffs for China and for India because we're buying Russian oil, and with money financing the war. He wanted to stop it, and now China say we want to send their troops. So it's really absurd, and this is games what's Kremlin playing. We know it definitely. So guys, give me some more likes and ask your questions. Let's talk, because we don't have much topics. It's summer, so ask your questions and let's talk about. I know it's a different time today. I'm online. Usually I go live later, but I decided to move a little bit my stream because I want to catch eastern part of United States, because it's going to be too late. Now here it's almost 11. It means in New York it's already 1 of morning or 2 of morning, so it's really late. Guys, ask your questions, don't stay quiet, and give me your likes and subscribe my channel. So, and at the same time, we're talking about with the situation in Ukraine, the peace efforts of President Trump in this situation. And a lot of countries, like France, like Great Britain, they wanted to send their troops to Ukraine too, like peacemakers, like China. But, they don't have really strong armies. Their armies only like decorative. They can't really fight. But today, Turkey said what they want to send their troops, and Turkey is only country except United States in NATO which really has strong army and which can fight. So it's very good news for Ukraine to get support from Turkey. It's very important, and it's really good news. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen with this. And it's really interesting, guys. It's really interesting. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen next week, because next week President Trump is expecting some actions from Putin and from Zelensky regarding this peace deal, and we're trying to talk to each other. We're teams. We don't speak directly, but we're teams connecting, and we're teams talking to each other. And it's really interesting, because I don't know if we have points to talk about, because we're aggressive to each other. And Ukraine, we have a reason to be aggressive, because we are victim. We're trying to defend their people and their cities, their kids. And Russia is aggressor, and Russian army continue its offense. So situation is really hard in the battlefield, and we have to talk at the same time. President Trump forced them to talk, and it's good and bad stuff, and we really don't know what's gonna happen, and we're watching for this. And it's very good sign what a lot of countries ready to support Ukraine with their troops after ceasefire. This means it's really President Trump did really good job this time, because no countries was ready to do stuff before. And also, President Trump looks like President Trump led Ukrainian army to fight back, because it was restricted by President Biden, and it was like this for a long time. So Ukraine could not hit Russian military object on Russian territory with American weapons, with American missiles. You know, we have great cruise missiles we could use. We have airplanes we provided to Ukrainians. Yes, we provided some weapon, but Ukrainian army didn't have permission to use it against Russia on Russian territory. Now I guess we're gonna have it, and we already claimed, Ukrainians already claimed today what we have a new cruise missile, like we call it Flamingo, but it looks like absolutely like one of our cruise missiles. So maybe we just get it and we say we produce it, but I'm sure we can't produce it. It's too difficult, too hard to produce this kind of stuff. But we have it, and we already hit one of Russian, oil plants very far from the border, deep in Russian territory. So it looks like it works, and President Trump hints to Putin about the situation he can create if Putin does not agree for peace deal. And Putin already, I guess he had consultation with Chinese government, his friends, and China is Putin's ally, so we already discussed this situation, and I'm sure we approved Putin continue the war in Ukraine, and I don't think we're gonna have peace. We hope, and we hope for peace, but it looks like it's impossible still. So we're gonna watch what's gonna happen. Guys, ask your questions. Why so less questions? I see you here in the chat, but nobody wanna ask me questions. Hassan from Iran, ask me something. Now you can hear me perfectly, so guys, ask your questions. Also, another thing happening here today in the United States, it's, this story about Menendez brothers. They in the jail here for like 30 years already. And they asked for parole, claimed for parole, but it was denied. And next chance we're gonna have after 18 months, they have to wait. And this is important here in United States, people watching this case, because it's important, and people, I guess, people's sympathy on the side of these Menendez brothers, because people not sure they really killed their parents. It was like a long story, a long time ago. It was 1989. It's really long ago, and now it's still in the courts, and we're still in a jail, and we're asking for parole for many times, and where claims were denied, and it was denied this time too. So we're looking, we're watching, continue watching, and gonna see what's happening. Guys, ask your questions. Nobody wanna ask nothing, nobody wanna talk to me tonight. It's so quiet because of Saturday night, or why? I can't understand what's happening here. So another thing happening, Trump, President Trump likes to troll people, and he is trolling, Adam Schiff and Lisa Cook today in his social media. Oh, Sunnyside Matt asked me where I'm from. I'm from Los Angeles. Or it's not moving. Hey, it's moving. So Donald Trump is tricking Adam Schiff. I guess it's like jokes or something, because he posting in his social media about this mortgage fraud which Adam Schiff made, because he he claimed a different address or something. So it's like a bureaucratical thing, nothing really serious, but it was exactly what they were suing President Trump while he was candidate only. You remember this court case, criminal case in New York, when they sue him because he wrote something wrong in his accountant book. Only for, for one sentence, he got 32 or something, convictions, and it was really awful. Now he is giving back what he got, And Adam Schiff did the same, but it more looked like fraud because he put wrong address, knowing about this, to get more, more profitable, more comfortable condition of his mortgage agreement. And also Lisa Cook, she made a fraud with her primary residence, and it's important, for representatives in the house, important stuff when they have where they live, because they can be elected from the area where they live. We're supposed to live in the area to be elected, and it looks like she was lying about her primary residence because she was living in another place and she claimed another address and she got what she wanted to get. So technically and physically it looks like really fraud. And now President Trump talking about this, always reminding in his social media. And I don't know if prosecutors will take this information and it's going to be lawsuits, but he continues to remind about this situation. And it's really funny to look how these people react, because with Adam Schiff and Lisa Cook, we're reacting on this action of President Trump. They don't understand that better to stay quiet at this situation. No, we're trying to play innocence, but the documents show we really did it. And it's not supposed to work like this in the United States, because people don't lie here usually, and they don't lie in front of, before the court. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen, and it's also a part of this, election company, because we have midterm election, and it's gonna be a big election fight between Democrats and Republicans, because usually in our country, midterm election changes seats in the House. Steve, long live Russia. I don't know why you talk about Russia. We don't talk about Russia. Ask your question, Steve, and give me your like and subscribe my channel if you didn't yet. We're here in America, not about Russia. Here. Russia is our enemy, it looks like. And if we don't make a peace deal with Ukraine, it's gonna be, sealed. Russia is our enemy, and we can't do anything with it. So we're talking about these next elections, midterm election, and we usually change seats in the House, and usually new president has on the second part of his term he has oppositional Congress, and it's really difficult to do anything if he has opposition in the House, because he can't pass bills through Congress. And it's also, tradition when first part of his term he has his party in the House, and on second part of his term he has opposition. Maybe this time it's gonna be different. Maybe Republicans gonna win with all using all opportunities we could use, and electional technologies, and administrative pressure and all this stuff. But Democrats also use this, so it's normal. I hope the Russian people don't hate American people. Steve, different people, a lot of American people hate Russia. A lot of Russian people hate America, but mostly, of course, not. It's big countries, Russia and America and China. But Russia and United States always linked. We have long story of our relationship from the beginning, from 18th century, when Russian Empire helped to newborn United States. Russian Empire helped to win the war for independence. So Russian Queen Ekaterina, Catherine II, Catherine the Great, she helped to George Washington to fight against British King. And after, during the war, the Civil War, also Russia supported Abraham Lincoln, and it helps a lot because Great Britain was supporting Confederates. So we have long story. We have a story with Alaska when Russia sold Alaska to United States, and United States also helped a lot because it was huge hunger in Russia at the end of 19th century, and you know, American people, not government, American farmers, they sent a lot of, you know, bread to Russia to help Russian people. During the World War I and during the World War II, Russian and American soldiers were fighting together, you know, hand to hand, against, you know, mutual enemies like Germany, Japan, and stuff like this. So our relationship are deeper than it looks. No, I'd rather party with Russian people and get along. So guys, ask me some more questions. Let's talk. We still have a little bit more time. So, and now situation when, you know, that's why President Trump don't want to argue with Putin, because Russia and United States, we have long and, you know, difficult but very rich relationship. I think not many countries in the world can say they have the same relationship with the United States like Russia. Even more closer, I think, than Great Britain. So that's why always Russia, Russia, Russia. How President Trump say we always blaming Russian invasion in our election, Russian conspiracy, Russian something, Russian this, Russian that. Before it was Soviet, as you know, it was Soviet Union when we were during Cold War. But you know, Cold War never became hot war. And this is also because of Russian and American relationship. We really never wanted to fight against each other, and because we, you know, natural allies. And now the situation is going the way what Russia may become or already became the ally of China, and we can fight with China against United States. It looks like right for right now, but later it may be different situation, because you know, at the beginning of World War II, Soviet Union, Russia, was allied with Germany and Italy and Japan. And after 2 years of World War, it's changed, and Russia changed position because, you know, Germany attacked Soviet Union. After this, after Russia was under attack, Russian government became allied with United States and Great Britain, and they started to fight together against Hitler and against Japan, and they won together. So everyone remembers about this situation, and it's important. Hi guys, give me some more questions and like my channel, subscribe my channel, like my video. It's really quiet Saturday night, I guess. We can already finish our talk, or you have more questions to me. It's really nice to talk to you, you know. So I want to say one more time, I'm gonna do my stream at this time. Usually it's 10:30 on Los Angeles time, so it's gonna be a little bit earlier when I did it before, because I want more people from the East Coast could present on my stream. I don't know, today is Saturday night, maybe it's not many people here because of Saturday night. Usually it's way more people and way more questions, and it's really pleasant. I like it. I like to tell you some interesting stories about our history and historical analogies with, you know, present time, present days, because this is what, you know, all these experts who talking on talk show on television, they using these historical analogies, and they discussing what's gonna happen, because we have same kind of experience in our past. And I think the situation gonna evolve the same way, but it's never happened in history, you know. Situation always evolve different ways. So this is like this, and we like to guess, we like to know our future. That's why we're talking, and we're trying to see a little bit what's happening. Okay, guys, nobody else wanna give me like and gonna ask me question? Nobody wanna ask me questions? No? Okay, guys, so let me go and let's talk tomorrow. Let's see, it's maybe gonna be more people here tomorrow, and we're gonna talk about political events of the week, whole week, because this week was very busy, you know. It was a lot of political stuff happening around, and it was really historical events like these summits between Russia and the United States, and Europe and United States. It was really nothing like this before. It's first time in history, and President Trump is right. And this week, I guess, after this week, President Trump at least must make some decision about Russia, about sanctions, about support for Ukraine, about if the war not gonna stop, uh, what we're gonna do next. We wanna know, and President Trump knows what he have to say it, and he's gonna say us what's gonna happen. So next week is also gonna be, you know, historical week, because it looks like I see what President Trump wants. This war ended before September 1st, and it's only 1 week left, less and less days. And Putin is only playing, Putin is only joking, he doesn't want really do anything serious. He's playing with President Trump and with all European leaders, of course with Zelensky. Zelensky is always under attack. They call him, you know, really bad words in media, showing the most disrespect they could show. And you know, tomorrow is Day of Independence in Ukraine, and it's the most important holiday in Ukraine, because now it's actually the war for independence. Now we know how much independence cost. They spend so many people's lives for their independence. It's really hard, you know, it's really tough, and we have to send them best vibes, our congratulations with Independence Day, and we have to wish them to keep and defend their independence against Russia. It's really important for them. So guys, okay, thank you for watching me. Like me, subscribe me. You know, I'm growing up my channel and I really need your support. So help me please, and see you tomorrow. Bye.